Stand by.
Alright guys, what we're talking about here today is Concealment Solutions holsters, and not just Concealment Solutions holsters, but really the latest Concealment Solutions holsters that have been coming out. If you guys have followed them for a while or listened to my opinions on them before, I happen to love them. The older holsters were like the Black Mamba, which was an inside the waistband hybrid holster, and then the Cobra, which was an outside the waistband hybrid holster. What they're pushing toward now, what they still have those items, but here are some of the new ones which are even better in my opinion. This first one is the Cobra holster. What sets this apart from other holsters that are all Kydex and molded designs is, one, the shape. So you can see it's kind of viewed, and that part of the holster is going to hide onto your body. So basically this is all going to just go around your hip and conceal nice and tight. This one right here is set up for a zero cant. I happen to like zero cant, but they normally come with a 10-degree cant on them. If you notice these quick clips right here, these are pretty cool because they allow you to slide it onto the belt, and then they're very secure by these nice thick hooks. And so what helps is to take them off, you just push these hooks back and then pull the holster up. So if you have to remove your holster a lot or move it between different belts or whatnot, or different things during the day, depending on your occupation, this is a very good holster to have. You don't need to take on and off the belt a million times to have it nice and on. And when it's on, it's secured. The thicker the belt you have, the more secure it's going to be from forward and back movement. But up and down movement, it's rock solid. If you have an 1.5-inch belt and you get 1.5-inch clips, it's going to work. Of course, if you have a 1.5-inch belt and you use 1 3/4 clips, you're going to be some movement. So the cool thing is, though, is that they're not molded onto the holster. There's hardware that attaches them, so you can buy an extra set of clips and decide if you change your belt. So it's a great holster. No tension adjustability unless you want to heat it up and change it, but it is molded to fit the gun, and it does a great job doing it. So you can adjust the height of it, so how high you want it to ride, but it is a very smooth insertion and drawing motion, and it just sits in there and it's locked, and it's not crazy loose. So you kind of get the best of both worlds, but if you want to set it to yours, a little heat, a little pushing around in there, and you'll be fine. The one thing that I like about Jason Christensen, above other people's, and he's the one who makes this holster, JC didn't stand for Jesus, it's Jason Christensen, but is that on guns like this, and Berettas are notoriously a pain in the butt to make holsters for, especially like here you have the PX4, this little recess. So if you're molding Kydex, it gets stuck in there. This takedown groove, Kydex will just form in there. And so a lot of guys, they don't take a lot of attention to that. And so you end up having a lot of hitches in the draw when you're shooting guns like Berettas. Now you guys are going to say shoot a Glock. Well, I already have. So just the attention to detail is awesome. The next one I want to talk to you about, if you guys are interested in an appendix carry, is the ASP. This is the ASP 3.0. There's a 2.1. The difference is the 3.0 is an all Kydex tension adjustable holster, and the ASP 2.1 is a hybrid which has leather on one side and then Kydex on the other. It's not tension adjustable, but you'd have leather against your body, which would make it a little bit more comfortable. This is a pretty comfortable holster. The bigger the gun, the more comfortable it gets when you have these appendix style holsters. So this one works out really well. If you get a 3.0 and you want the tension adjustment, I would just recommend just buying some foam padding and just gluing it on the side that's against your body. That tends to help out with a lot of appendix holsters. You see the one clip here, and it's just a clip that goes over your belt, and so you might not be that impressed with it. But I have to tell you, this is the most badass clip I've ever had on a holster. It is tough as nails. It has just amazing amounts of tension, and you just hear how loud that is because it's tight. You can adjust it for a cant, but this clip doesn't bend, it doesn't take a set, it doesn't break, and it doesn't come loose. It is an amazing clip, and so it gives you the ability to take the gun, holster it up, pull this up, insert it over that belt, and it'll just snap right on, and it's there, it's not moving. Of course, like I said before, tension adjustable, and it is just a slit gun, and you can make it as tight or as loose as you want it, but just like the Cobra, it's very form-fitted to exactly what you want. So this is the ASP 3.0. This one's going to run you $60. This one's going to run you $70. But I would highly recommend it. Now, nothing's faster really for concealment, and nothing feels as good as these two holsters. So if you're talking about outside the waistband winter carry, IDPA competition, this is the holster using IDPA, or daily carry, you can't go wrong with Concealment Solutions. So check them out at concealmentsolutions.com. Use the promo code PARACAST. You're going to save 10% off. So that's $6 and $7 on these respectively. That's practically the shipping. So check them out, and you won't be disappointed.